Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Make It Yourself. Today we are going to make this really simple and easy 3D flower coasters, and the pattern is actually very simple and you can make them in a couple of minutes. They are great items for gifting to family and friends, and you can also sell them if you like, and make them in a couple of different colors. And I would also like to remind you that details related to the yarn use, the hook size, and all the things required to make these coasters will be available in the description of this video. So do refer to the description as well for important details. So let's get started. So I have already made these two coasters in two different colored petals. Now I'm going to make the third one with a petal color yellow. So the remaining colors are same. So I'm going to start off by using a white yarn and making a magic ring out of it. And then I'm going to chain one. So once you chain one, you can take the magic ring out of your fingers, and into this magic ring we are going to make 10 double crochets. So this is the first double crochet, and followed by the second double crochet, the third double crochet, and the fourth double crochet. And as you keep making the double crochets into the ring, you can keep reducing the size of the ring so that it is easier for you to hold the magic ring and make the stitches into it. So now we are going to make a total of 10 double crochets into the magic ring. After that we are going to slip stitch and complete this round. So continue making the stitches till you have 10 double crochets into this magic ring. And once you're there, as you can see, I'm reducing the size of the magic ring as I continue making the stitches. And at the end, once you're done with 10 double crochets, you can pull the tail yarn and then close the magic ring fully. So here I am pulling the tail yarn tightly and closing the magic ring. Now on top of the first stitch, I'm going to slip stitch. So this is the first stitch. Just find the two loops. So under these two loops, pull a loop and make a slip stitch. Now we're going to chain one for the next round. Now this chain one doesn't count as a stitch, so into the same stitch I'm going to make one more double crochet. And the pattern for this round is to make an increase in each stitch, which means I will be making 2 double crochets in each stitch. So into the first stitch I have made these 2 double crochets. Now into the second stitch again I'm making 2 more double crochets. Similarly into the third stitch also I'll be making 2 double crochets. So I'll be continuing this till the end of this round, and by the end of this round you should have a total of 20 double crochets. So repeat this pattern till the last stitch and you should have a total of 20 double crochets. So here you can see we have 20 double crochets. I will show you the stitch count as well. So this is our first stitch. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 and 20. So we have 20 stitches. Now we are going to slip stitch to the top of the first stitch as usual, and we are going to chain one. So this chain one again doesn't count as a stitch. So we are in round number 3, and in round number 3 we're going to first start off by making a double crochet in the same stitch as the chain one, and then we're going to make an increase in the next stitch. So we're going to make 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So we're going to repeat this a total of 10 times. So make 1 double crochet in the first stitch and make an increase in the next stitch. So you'll repeat this pattern till the end of this round, such that by the end of this round you should have a total of 30 double crochets. So here we are at the end of the round, and I'll show you the stitch count. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. So after this we are going to slip stitch to the top of the first stitch, and I'm going to chain one again where chain one doesn't count as a stitch, and I'm going to make first 1 double crochet into the same stitch, and then I'm going to make 1 more double crochet into the next stitch, and in the third stitch I'm going to make an increase. So to make an increase, make 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So we're going to repeat this pattern of 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the second stitch, and an increase in the third stitch. So repeat this pattern till you have a total of 40 double crochets. So here too I'll show you the stitch count after this round. So this is the first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 and 40. So we have 40 stitches here, and we're going to slip stitch to the top of the first stitch, and we're going to chain one. So for this round the pattern is similar to what we did before. We'll be making 1 double crochet in the first 3 stitches and then an increase on the 4th stitch. So this is the second stitch. I'm making the second double crochet, the third stitch, the third double crochet, and on the 4th stitch I'll be making an increase. Now here in this round the pattern will be this only, but we are going to add the green yarn also for the flowers. So on the second double crochet of the increase, we are not going to pull through the last 2 loops, and when there are still 2 loops in the hook, we are going to now use the green yarn. We're going to make a slip knot using the green yarn, and then we are going to complete that last double crochet of the increase using this slip knot of the green yarn. So pull the slip knot through the last 2 loops and complete the double crochet of the increase. So after this, into the very next stitch we are going to make a 5 double crochet together, and while doing that make sure to have this tail yarn, that is a green tail yarn, and the white yarn under it, under the stitch. So to make a 5 double crochet together, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then again yarn over and then again pull through 2 loops and yarn over and again pull through 2 loops. So we'll do this a total of 5 times. So you'll not complete the double crochet, you'll just pull through 2 loops, and once you have done this a total of 5 times, you will have 6 loops in the hook, and then you'll pull through all the loops. Now you're going to chain 2 and make a 5 double crochet together, similar to what we did, into the next stitch as well. So pull through 2 loops of the double crochet and insert your hook and pull through 2 loops again of the double crochet, and do this a total of 5 times, so that finally you have 6 loops into the hook, and then you will pull through all. So here we are just pulling through the first 2 loops of the double crochet. So you have 6 loops in the hook. Now you'll be pulling through all the loops, and now we're going to change the color back to white. So you have this white yarn on top of which you made these 2 stitches. So this white yarn is available here. Now you're going to pull this white yarn through this loop, and now you're going to make the usual stitches using the white yarn. Now you're going to make 1 double crochet into the very next stitch. So we're going to continue with the pattern. So the previous 2 stitches in which we made the green, use the green yarn, those will be considered as 1 double crochet. And now we made the 3rd double crochet, and into the 4th stitch we are now making the increase. So this is the 2nd set, and now we're going to make 1 more set, that is the 3rd set. So for the 3rd set we're going to make first 1 double crochet in the first stitch, and 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitch, and an increase into the 4th stitch. So to make an increase you have to make 2 double crochets. This is the first double crochet, and when you're making the 2nd double crochet, just pull through 2 loops, and when you have 2 loops in the hook, we are going to change the color to green again for the 2nd flower. So pull this green loop through these 2 loops, and now make a 5 DC together, that is double crochet together, into this next stitch. So repeat what we did before. We'll be pulling under the stitch and then passing through only 2 loops. We'll repeat this process a total of 5 times, such that after the 5th time you have a total of 6 loops in your hook, and then you pull through all the loops. Now make a chain of 2, and then into the next stitch you're going to again make a 5 double crochet together stitch. Now these 2 5 double crochet together stitch, let's consider them as one stitch itself, because we are still following the pattern of this round, that is to make 1 double crochet in the first 3 stitches and an increase into the 4th stitch. So after the 2nd set of 5 double crochet together, we're going to change the yarn back to white. So always remember to make the stitches on top of this white yarn, so that you are carrying it through the stitches. And after pulling it through this loop, we are going to continue our stitch. So this is the 3rd stitch, so make the 3rd double crochet, and you do not have to carry forward the green yarn anymore, you can leave it there, and make this double crochet followed by the increase on the 4th stitch. So make an increase here, and then we're going to repeat the same pattern. So we're just going to make again 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, that is the 2nd stitch, 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitch, and into the 4th stitch we make an increase. So after this green flower, we're going to do 6 sets of this, and by the time you finish the 6 sets, you will be reaching the last stitch. So at the end of this round, you should have a total of 50 stitches, and here we are considering the 5 double crochet together as one stitch. So here we are at the end. Let me show you the count. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 and 50. So you see that there are a total of 50 stitches. So we're going to slip stitch to the top of the first stitch, and we're going to chain one and pull the yarn tight to make a knot and trim off. And after this we will be stitching in the white tail yarns. So we have one white tail yarn at the center, so you can leave a long tail yarn and use a needle and stitch it into the existing stitches. I prefer to use a smaller crochet hook and pull the tail yarn through some existing stitches, and then once I feel that the tail yarn is secure, I trim it off. So once that is done, we are left with this circle, and we are going to use this green section to make the petals. So this is the first stitch we'll be considering, the second one, and this first, second and third. So into these three stitches we will be making three petals of the flowers. So for the flower, I'm using here a yellow yarn. I'm going to start off by making a slip knot, and I'm going to pull this slip knot through the first stitch that I just showed. So the first stitch, that is the first stitch on top of this green stitch, through that pull this slip knot. So pull it through that first stitch and make a chain of 2, and then make 5 double crochets into the same stitch. So make 5 double crochets into the same stitch. So this is the first petal, and each petal will have 5 double crochets in them, and it will start and end with a chain of 2. So after the 5 double crochets, we will chain 2, and you will slip stitch back into the same stitch. So now the next petal we will make in the chain 2 space. So slip stitch under the chain 2 space. So make a slip stitch, then make a chain of 2, and now make 5 double crochets under this chain 2 space. This is the first double crochet, the second double crochet, the third double crochet, the fourth double crochet, and the fifth double crochet. Now chain 2 and slip stitch back into the same stitch, and now we will be slip stitching into the next green stitch. So there is this stitch remaining here, so insert your hook into this stitch and make a slip stitch first. You repeat the same process, so make a chain of 2. So this is the third petal, and we'll start off with this chain of 2, and after the chain of 2, as we did for the other 2 petals, we will be making 5 double crochets into the same stitch. So here this is the first double crochet, the second double crochet, the third double crochet, the fourth double crochet, and the fifth double crochet. So after the fifth double crochet, we will be making a chain of 2 again, and we'll be slip stitching back into the same stitch. So since this is the last petal of this flower, after the slip stitch we are going to chain 1 and pull the yarn tight to make a knot, and then trim off the yellow yarn. So here the first flower is ready, and these flowers you can fold it this way so that there are 3 folded petals available. Now for the second flower also we will follow exactly what we did for the first flower. So we'll make a slip knot first, and then this slip knot we'll be pulling it through the first stitch of the second green leaves, and we will be starting by making a chain of 2, and then into the same stitch we will be making 5 double crochets. And once you are done with the 5 double crochets, you will be making a chain of 2 and slip stitching back to the same stitch. Now the second petal will be under the chain 2 space, and we'll be slip stitching and making a chain of 2 followed by 5 double crochets again. And after we are done with the 5 double crochets, we will chain 2 again and slip stitch back to the same stitch. For the third petal also, into the next green stitch we are going to slip stitch first, followed by chain 2 and followed by 5 double crochets, and followed by a chain of 2 and slip stitch back into the same stitch, chain 1 and trim the yarn. After this we will have a few tail yarns in yellow. We will be stitching them in and trimming the excess. So to stitch them in on the back side of the coaster, you can just pull through some existing stitches of the yellow flower and then trim off the excess yarn. And another trick is like once you have stitched them in, at the end point you can dab a bit of glue to make sure that the tail yarn do not poke out. So here as you can see the 2 flowers are done. Now we are going to make the branch or the stem of the flower. So we have this tail green yarn left, so pull this tail green yarn through the first stitch of the second flower, and now make a slip stitch into the second stitch of this flower. So into the second stitch make a slip stitch, and now we'll be making one slip stitch to the top stitch also, or to the space above this stitch. So into this top section we are going to make a slip stitch, and then now we're going to make all the slip stitches across this white coaster. So you can insert your hook into the next space or into any section. I generally try to put my stitches on top of the double crochets. So where the double crochets start, in that section I try to make a stitch, but you can make the stitches anywhere, and try to make a you can make a straight line, or you can even make a curved kind of line. Since it is a branch, you can take it in any direction. So I'm just trying to make it across the coaster to the other end. So here I am almost at the other end of the coaster. When I'm at the last stitch, I'm going to so you can see this is the straight line or the branch. I'm going to make a chain 1, and I'm going to trim once I'm at the other end of the coaster. So trim off the excess yarn, and similarly you will do it for the first flower also. So after trimming off, take this yarn and make a slip knot. This time we will have to attach it to the first green base of the green stitch. So take this slip knot and pull it through the first stitch to the base of this first stitch, and then what we did before, in a similar manner, slip stitch to the next stitch, and then slip stitch to the stitch above it, or just insert it into this space and make a slip stitch. And now we are going to make the remaining stitches in a downward direction so that we make the stitches across the coaster. So here too you can take the branch in any direction. I wanted my the branches or the stems of the flower to overlap each other, so I just made the slip stitches in a manner such that they cross each other at this point, and then I continued till I reached the other end of the coaster. So there is no right or wrong way of doing this. The whole point is to make the slip stitches look like a stem or a branch to the flower, and you can create your own designs while doing that. And at the end, make a chain of 1 and then trim off the excess yarn, and now stitch these green tail yarns to the back side. So just turn the coaster, and through the existing stitches just pass them through a few of them, and then trim off the excess. And as I said, you can dab a glue dot, dab a little bit of glue to the end so that the stitch does not come off, or the ends do not poke out. So just slip stitch through few of the existing stitches and place a little bit of glue to seal them in. So as you can see, this is a pretty simple and easy pattern, and you can make these coasters in a couple of minutes, and you can make sets of 4 in the same color of flowers, or you can make sets of different petal colors. So here are a few different petal colors that I used, and I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and make these coasters. Also do refer to my channel. There are a lot of other amazing videos which I'm sure you will like. Also do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for notifications on new videos that I make. Give me a thumbs up guys if you found this video useful, and thank you very much for watching. Have a great day everybody.